Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we peel back the layers of corporate filings to see what's really going on. And today we're diving into Usio's latest report, which seems to be all about keeping their directors happy and well compensated. Usio Inc., a company that's incorporated in Nevada and trades on the NASDAQ under the ticker USIO, has just put out a Form 8K. This is a current report, meaning something important just happened. And that something important seems to have happened on August 29th, 2025. It's a pretty straightforward filing today, not a deep dive into financials, but more about the folks in charge. The main event here is about some changes to the agreements made with their independent directors. Think of these as the folks on the board who aren't directly employed by the company full time, but they're there to oversee things and have special skills. Usio has amended their director agreements with 4 of these individuals: Brad Rollins, Blaise Bender, Ernesto R. Bayer de la Garza, and Michelle Miller. So Brad Rollins, who has an agreement dating back to May 2017, is getting a new compensation package. His quarterly pay is now set at $2,000. That's a pretty standard amount for many companies. Now, Blaise Bender, whose agreement was first put in place in April 2019, is also getting a base of $2,000 per quarter. But here's where it gets a bit more interesting. As the chair of the audit committee, a really crucial role, Mr. Bender will receive an additional $20,000 each year, but only if the company files its annual report, the 10K on time and correctly with the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC. This is a nice little incentive to make sure they stay on top of their financial reporting. Then there's Ernesto R. Bayer de la Garza, whose director agreement started in August 2020. His quarterly compensation is also being updated to $2,000. And finally, Michelle Miller, whose agreement began in June 2022, will also see her quarterly compensation adjusted to $2,000. These amendments all took effect on August 28, 2025. So collectively, the company is boosting the compensation for its independent directors with a specific performance-tied bonus for the audit committee chair. Now, as part of this report, they've also filed the actual documents that lay out these changes. These are the exhibits. We've got the amendments to the independent director agreements for Brad Rollins, Blaise Bender, Ernesto R. Bayer de la Garza, and Michelle Miller. This first amendment concerning Brad Rollins confirms the new quarterly pay. This second amendment covers Blaise Bender, detailing his new quarterly pay and that extra bonus for heading up the audit committee. The third amendment addresses Ernesto R. Bayer de la Garza's compensation. And the fourth one is for Michelle Miller finalizing her updated quarterly rate. They've also included what's called Form 1004, which is basically the cover page for this whole filing in a format that computers can easily read. The report is signed off by Louis A. Hoch, who is Usio's Chief Executive Officer and President, dated August 29th, 2025. So, what's the big picture here? This filing is pretty straightforward. Usio is essentially adjusting the pay for its independent directors. An increase in compensation for board members, especially independent ones, often signals a few things. It can mean the company is acknowledging the increasing complexity of their business, the value of the expertise these directors bring, or perhaps they're trying to align their director pay with industry standards to attract and retain top talent for their board. The bonus structure for Blaise Bender as audit committee chair is particularly noteworthy. It directly ties his additional compensation to the timely and compliant filing of the annual report. This is a smart move by Usio. It incentivizes a critical function for any public company: accurate and punctual financial disclosure. While there aren't any major financial numbers to dissect in this particular filing, it's important to remember that the board of directors plays a crucial role in guiding the company's strategy and overseeing its financial health. Investments in experienced and motivated directors, even if it means increasing their compensation, can be a wise use of resources if those directors contribute to sound decision making and long-term value creation. Looking at Usio, they are in the energy sector, and for companies in this space, having directors with deep knowledge of regulations, market trends, and strategic planning is paramount. The fact that they're adjusting these agreements suggests they're focused on ensuring their board is well equipped to handle the challenges and opportunities ahead. However, as always, it's wise to keep an eye on the overall financial health of the company when evaluating compensation adjustments. While this filing doesn't provide profit or revenue figures, a significant increase in director compensation without corresponding growth in company performance could be a red flag. But in this this case, the amounts, especially the base pay, appear relatively modest for independent director roles, and the bonus is performance-based, so on its own, this doesn't signal immediate concern, but it's a data point to consider alongside their broader financial reports. In my opinion, USIO is making a sensible move by ensuring their key oversight positions, like the audit committee chair, are properly compensated and incentivized for critical tasks. This shows a commitment to good corporate governance. The real test will be how these directors, with their updated compensation in mind, contribute to USIO's strategic direction and financial performance in the coming quarters. We'll be watching those 10K filings closely, not just for the numbers, but for the insights they provide into the company's actual business and how effectively the board is steering the ship. Alright, that's our quick take on ICO's latest filing. What do you think about these director compensation adjustments? Do you see them as a sign of good governance, or is there more to this story? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more corporate insights. And don't forget to join our Discord community linked in the description for more in-depth discussions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode of Corporate Decoder.